Two Kids, One Doctorate. This is Zoila Quesada. Nice to have you back. Thank you for listening. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things I learned over the summer while being home with the boys. The kids have always been in camp when they were older, and they've always been at daycare. Since, the 12 weeks that you get at post birth, postpartum, yep, at that 12-week mark, my boys were put in daycare because mama had to go to work. One thing that I can say is that if I knew then that it was more manageable and accessible for me to have taken this time off a little earlier when they were younger, that's something that I learned now that I just decided, this summer I'm going to be spending some time with the kids and they're not going to be in camp and we're going to be home together and we're going to do all day things and activities. And so I want to share that with you because I learned that it is more accessible than we believe it is. The second thing I learned is that kids need to have an activity outside of the home that doesn't include the parent. It was really fun to have the time available to bond with the boys, for them to bond together during the summer. Because usually when they've been in summer camps, they've always been in two separate rooms, age groups for camp. But it was great to have them bond together, to spend a lot of time together. For me to bond with them, it was a really great experience. And also, I noted that yes, they will also need to go socialize with other kids. So in the future, I'd probably consider a half day camp or maybe a half summer camp so that they're not in camp all summer, but maybe they do go to camp for at least 3 weeks, and then the rest could be that we spend together. I also learned that I still don't like the kitchen. It is not my favorite place, especially when you have to cook 3, 4 times a day. I appreciate having the ability and having the means to be able to provide meals for the kids and for me to be able to, because I was home and I was not on the clock for a job, for me to, even bond through food with my kids because I was able to be the one cooking the food. But I have confirmed that the kitchen isn't my favorite place, especially when I'm doing it alone because I get to do the cooking and also the cleanup and the dishes and all of that. And so my kids are now starting to help putting things in the dishwasher, taking things out of the dishwasher, but it's not fully like a co-op yet. So that was a confirmation for me. As it relates to that, the other confirmation I gained this summer is that kids eat a lot. I don't even know how they make it through the regular school day with a small breakfast they get at home, with a small lunch they get at school, and one more dinner meal that they get at home at night because they ate through the fridge consistently, whether it was through the snacking or the meals that were prepared. It was endless eating. So their appetite is really strong, which was a good thing because my little guy, my youngest, was a little bit on the lower end of on his weight and height. And so I saw firsthand him really having a big appetite, and I saw the outcome of that. Like he gained weight and he even got a little taller over the summer. But it was confirmation for me, not that I needed to be confirmed or that I even know that this was a thing, but these kids eat a lot, okay? Like a lot, which is probably another reason why I think they will definitely be going to camp for some of the weeks or half a day camps in the future. We enjoyed the downtime during the summer. We also enjoyed the structured activities. I function better when I have structure in the day. So if I wake up and I know there's a plan for the day, so I try to do that the night before, and some weeks I do it for the week because in that way I know that I'd be up to do the thing, either to go out or travel somewhere. but there was a plan and a structure in place for it. Whereas the days when we had nothing to do and then it was middle of the day and it almost felt to them like it was out of nowhere, but it wasn't really out of nowhere. It's just that we had a goal. By we, I mean I had a goal that every day would do an outdoor activity, and so pressure was on. So even doing when we had low activity days, and I felt that they were maybe they've had too much time on their screens, I'd spontaneously create an activity that we needed to go to. So for me, another lesson was that I need to also allow for down day, like slow days, versus like needing to always have something on the schedule. And I think it's because I had been programmed for so long, right? That we go to work and the kids go to camp or to school, and then on weekends it was busy because it's the only time we had to do anything. So it was a nice treat to allow ourselves not to always be on the go, but also a challenge because all we've known is to be on the go. This summer, I also wanted to go away with the kids for the very first time, to go away during the summer. As I've said previously, I've always worked during summertime and they've been in summer camp, so we haven't taken a week or 2 weeks off to go away. And this summer provided that opportunity for us as well. And I appreciated that we had the time, the space, and the means to be able to take that time off and go away. And it was an experience for the kiddos and myself, and I will be sure to share that on another episode. So, to the parents that work in the summers, try to take time off. And weekends are nice to be away, but it's really nice when you can be off and away for 2 or 3 weeks. We were away for 3 weeks, and I can tell you that it was a great experience for everyone involved. The other lesson that I gained from this summer is that your kids are only small once, and it's a very short time. I'm already counting up to when my oldest son will be 18 or 20, and how fast the last 10 years have gone, and how fast the next 10 years will probably go. Your children are young now. I'd say, and I'd suggest and advise you to take the time to be with your kiddos now. Enjoy the time with them because these moments won't return. It's not as nothing else does return in life, right? Live in the moment, appreciate your family, love on your kids, and give them time. Time is valuable, and as working moms, I know for us it's really hard to split ourselves in that way to provide the time 24/7 while also needing to provide for our children. And as a single mom, we know that sharing the responsibility, the finances, and the care of the children is not a thing, right, for us. And so it is sometimes for us in our mind is difficult to even imagine a life in which we are taking time off from work to be with our children. And I want to challenge that a little bit and encourage you to look for ways in which you are taking time off from work and spending time with your children, because I've learned so much and gained so much insight about my kids uh, by being with them all the time and engaging with them throughout the summertime. With that, I leave you. Thank you for listening and hope to see you back here for the next episode. Take care.